Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today I am back with a TV series and DVD haul. So these are various things that I've grabbed, mostly from Disc Replay, some of them from eBay and just kind of miscellaneous other places. So let's do this. But before we do, if you have a quick second, go ahead and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into my latest TV series and movie haul. So this time around, I will start with the random movies I picked up. And this first one here is from Disc Replay. This is actually a documentary that I'd never heard of before, but looks pretty interesting. This is the US versus John Lennon. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a take on, or kind of an opinion piece on how John Lennon was perceived once he moved from, his time with the Beatles after that. And so very interested to see what this is all about. I love the quote on the back here. It says, of all the documentaries that have been made about John, this is the one he would have loved. And that's Yoko Ono. So yeah, very intrigued to check it out. Never heard of it before. Never seen this at all in Disc Replay or anywhere else. You can see the old Blockbuster stickers on there. $14.99 previewed. But yeah, so pretty cool ad. So this is the US versus John Lennon. If you know anything about this one, let me know down in the comments below. This next one is a comedy that I've been looking for a while because it always looked interesting to me. And then John over at PlatX2, he actually talked about how it was one of his, not favorites, I guess, but he really enjoyed it. He said it's absolutely ridiculous, but he really likes it. He picked it up in a recent haul video. And I was able to find the widescreen version because like he mentioned in that video, the full screen edition of this is available all the time at my thrift store. But the widescreen I've never found. Fortunately, Disc Replay had it, and I was trying to do a buy two, get eight. So, Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell and Robert Duvall. So, I don't know much about this at all. I assume Will Ferrell plays like a youth soccer coach, and kind of antics ensue from there. I don't know. I love Will Ferrell, so I'm sure this is going to be a lot of fun, and it gets the PlatX2 seal of approval, which is good enough for me. So, looking forward to checking this out. Kicking and Screaming. A lot of these were actually part of the buy 3, get 6 free sale that they're doing at Disc Replay. I may have said buy 2, get 8, but right now at the one I was at, it was buy 3, get 6. But anyway, this one is brand new, Munich. I recently realized I didn't have this in my collection, and I've never seen it, so I've been wanting to see it. And so when I was able to find it sealed still on DVD, I decided just to pick it up. This is a Steven Spielberg film, but it has a screenplay by Tony Kushner, who I absolutely love, from Angels in America, a wonderful play. And so ever since I figured that out, I really decided I need to see this movie. So I was happy to find this one. I wish it was Blu-ray, but I can upgrade down the road. Maybe there's a 4K release of it I can pick up if I love this one, but I definitely want to check it out first because it sounds amazing. So very happy I was able to find brand new copy of Munich. This was a pretty darn cool find. This is actually a snapper case edition of Masters of the Universe, the Dolph Lundgren film. And Frank Langella is in this as well. I didn't realize. But yeah, look at this. I have to see this movie. This looks like so much fun. This is 80s cheese at its best, I'm guessing. Yeah, 1987. And it just looks like an absolute blast. So very happy I was able to find this one. Let me pop it open here just so you can see the inside of the snapper. Yeah, it looks like an absolute blast. I think I mentioned it in I think it was the Mill Creek haul where they had He-Man, the newer Netflix He-Man series in there. I've never really spent a lot of time with the original He-Man at all, but, I'm sure I'm still going to understand what's going on here, even though I haven't seen the cartoon. But yeah, really looking forward to checking this out. This is Masters of the Universe. All right, so I'm about to go into weird territory here. I have no idea. This is just something wrong in my brain, but the other day, I got it in my head that for some movies that I enjoy, and apparently for one that I've never even seen, but I wanted to pick up the theatrical editions of the movie along with the director's cut or unrated editions that I have. I've been doing that with the Saw franchise, which I'm almost done. I'll talk about that in another video because I have a whole stack of horror movies to show as well. But anyway, this first one here is the movie that I haven't seen. I do own Troy on Blu-ray in the director's cut, but I've heard that the theatrical version is quite a bit different. So at Disc Replay the other night, they had the theatrical cut on DVD, and again, I'm paying $1.11 for this, so I decided to pick this one up. It is a 2-disc widescreen edition, fortunately, but Yeah, so this one runs at 162 minutes. Let me grab the Blu-ray, see how long that one is. So here is the Blu-ray. I actually have it in a triple feature, which I'll talk about another one of these movies in just a second, but the director's cut runs at 196 minutes. So that's like 34 minutes difference in runtime. That's insane. And so I thought it would be cool to have the theatrical cut along with the director's cut. Now, Troy is one I haven't seen, so hopefully I will like it when I get around to it. That's why I picked up this one. So I have the director's cut now and the Troy theatrical edition. Okay, so if you thought that was weird, let's talk about Alexander. So Alexander is a weird movie to me because what I remember about this was watching it in theaters, really liking it. I had a really good time with it. But so many people were walking out of the theater while I was watching it. People just hated that movie. And I feel like that's kind of the reputation that I always hear about, is that people don't like this, at least the theatrical edition. Well, turns out there's not just one or two editions of Alexander. There is 4 different editions. And again, I'm weird, and so I got it in my head that how cool would it be to own all of those editions? So the one I already owned is on this Blu-ray right here, and this is Alexander Revisited, which is the final cut. I'll come back to that in a second, because I have also well, as I throw things across, I'm getting excited. I'm throwing things across the room. I have the theatrical cut of Alexander. So this is the one that I've seen, because this is the one I saw in theaters. But I also have the director's cut of Alexander. There's a 4th edition, which is, this was the final cut, so I have the ultimate cut of Alexander as well. You might see that in a Blu-ray haul video, but these were the 2 I grabbed on DVD. I got both these off of eBay. So, for reference, the theatrical version runs at 175 minutes. The director's cut runs at 167 minutes. And then they did this edition here, which is the final cut. It's quoted as the final cut because that's not really the final cut, but this is like the super long one, and this one runs at 213 minutes. And then there is the actual last cut, which I believe is called the ultimate cut. I don't have the runtime, it's over there, I don't know it offhand, but it's another different length. So like the longest version is the final cut, but then they also did the ultimate cut, which kind of, it takes away some things, leaves in others. I don't know. So this thing is just a hot mess, but I thought it would be cool to have all of them. I don't know why. I really liked the movie the first time I saw it, so I figured I would revisit it again. So yeah, I have at least here 3 of the 4 versions. Spoiler, the 4th version is sitting over there on my shelf to show in a Blu-ray haul. But yeah, this is so stupid. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Alright, so let's move past that and move over to the TV series I found. So both of these were part of the buy 3 get 6 at Disc Replay. I found Aqua Teen Hunger Force Volume 3 and Volume 4. So I happen to own Volume 2 already. I found it either at Disc Replay or at a thrift store or something for very cheap. And so I grabbed Volume 3 and Volume 4, but because I had 2, 3, and 4, I had to go on eBay to pick up Volume 1. So now I have Volumes 1 through 4 of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And this is a show, I always enjoyed it over the years, but I've never sat down and watched it from beginning to end. And actually, after I purchased Volume 1 on DVD, I turned on, I think it was HBO Max or something, and turns out it's available streaming on there. But either way, I now have it forever in my collection if I choose to keep it forever. So yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Volumes 1, 3, and 4. I thought these were pretty cool finds at Disc Replay the other night because I'd never seen these in stores before, and I have heard of the show, but I've never seen it. But I was able to find Channel Zero Season 2, No End House, and Season 3, Butcher's Block. So from what I understand, these are anthology horror films that I believe were on Sci-Fi, if I'm not mistaken. And so I figured, you know what? For the price, again, there was no sticker on them, so they were going as part of the buy 3, get 8, so $1 each. Like, why not? Check these out and see if they're any good. Now, I would love to have, Season 1, of course, before I start with these, but because it's an anthology show, I need to do a little bit more research, but I don't think it matters. Like, I think I can jump in at any episode and enjoy it. So I'm hoping that's the case, but, I'll have to look up and see if I can get Season 1 at some point. But either way, really cool finds at Disc Replay. So Channel Zero, Season 2 and Season 3, No End House, and Butcher's Block. Let me know if you guys watch this and if it's any good or not, because then I might prioritize it a little bit higher. So the last one today is another anthology series, but this is much older and is one I've been wanting to pick up for a very long time now, but Disc Replay just never got the complete series in stock. So I turned to eBay and picked up Night Gallery, the complete series. So this goes for relatively cheap on Amazon, like most of the time. It's on sale for right around 20 to 30 bucks a lot of times. But at the point I wanted this, it wasn't on sale. I think I found this on eBay for like 15 bucks or something. It was really cheap. And it is the complete series, as it says. Now, you can pick up the series on Blu-ray, but they are releasing individual sets. And season one on Blu-ray is like double the price of the complete series on DVD. So I did just go the DVD route on this, but do whichever you prefer. But yeah, this is 98 stories in here, and it is Rod Serling. Twilight Zone is one of my all-time favorite series, so that's why I wanted to check this one out, kind of an extension of that. So very much looking forward to checking out Night Gallery, the complete series, which is the last of the movies and TVs series I picked up on DVD recently. All right, so another fun stack of movies here. I don't know what I'm doing there. Let me know. Do you guys ever do that? Pick up like the director's cut, the theatrical cut, the ultimate cut? Do you do that? I think I'm weird. But anyway, moving past that, let me know what you guys think about anything you saw here today, or frankly, anything at all. I love hearing any and all thoughts down in the comments, so thank you so much for that support. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this one, go and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, graphic novels, TV series. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.